The main character have acquired the mind control ability, but it can only control body movements. Then he decided to use this unholy powers to 3 ladies, because he wanted to become a man of culture with beautiful servants. One of his target was this pink hair lady, and she was one of the popular girl in the academy. Then the second one was the main character's stepsister, and she was a girl who always trash-talked the main character. The third person was the female teacher, and she was a woman with high pride, because she was a strong independent woman. Then the main character's first target was his stepsister, and he was using a shaking device to generate an earthquake in her underground cave. So, the stepsister was creating a crystal clear mineral waterfalls. The stepsister felt her social credit dropping, so she started trash-talking the main character. Then the main character used his mind control ability to control her hands to operate the shaking device. Eventually, the stepsister reached her finish line, and she was denying that she successfully completed the race. So, the main character decided to continue her servant training session. Then he was now handling the melons with excessive care. After that, the main character made his stepsister performed a solo performance using the shaking microphone. Meanwhile, the main character was relaxing, and having his snack. Then eventually, his stepsister was turned into a non-stop crystal clear mineral water producer. After that, they went to a room. Then the main character was giving his stepsister the clapping exercise, and he was transforming her into a woman of culture. The stepsister was now reflecting on her bad behavior, so she was apologizing to the main character for verbally attacking him. The stepsister volunteered to become his servant, so she can atone for her wrongdoings. Then the main character sealed their peace agreement by giving her an unlimited creamy milkshake. One day, the main character was walking in the campus. Then the people around were gossiping that he was not worthy in this prestigious academy. The main character ignores all of that, because he was the chosen protagonist with the legendary hairstyle. The pink hair lady approached the main character, and she was kind to the main character, and she always gives him a good luck charm. Suddenly, the main character's stepsister is disgusted, since he was looking at another lady. However, the main character is a dense person, so he have no idea that his stepsister was showing some jealousy. Then the main character and his stepsister were both staring at each other. Therefore, it is now the time for some bonding moments. The cultured creatures went to the gym storage room, and the stepsister is doing the gulp gulp 3000. Then she was wondering if the main character will provide training session on the pink hair lady. The main character will not target the pink hair lady, because he have another target. The main character did the force-feeding frenzy, and he let his stepsister savor the fresh milkshake. Then the main character's next target was the female teacher, and he managed to have a private meeting with her. The main character used his mind control ability, and the female teacher did not notice. Then the teacher followed the order of getting close to the main character, and tripping accidentally. So, the main character's face was hit by 2 massive asteroids. It was now an awkward position, but the female teacher cannot move away. Then she gave freedom to her melons. The main character was face to face with the food, so he started devouring the bountiful produce. The main character used his unholy powers again, and it made her use rubbing friction on their underground region. Then the female teacher reached her peak of success. The main character asked her to take responsibility of awakening his legendary kraken. Then the main character entered her sacred sanctuary to fix his problem. The female teacher was now in the clapping ritual, but she wanted the main character to cancel the forbidden ceremony. However, the main character did not listen, and he gave her an explosive finale. The main character's legendary haircut gave him additional 99 endurance. So, the female teacher continued receiving the clapping ritual. Then he gave her an overflowing creamy milkshake. The main character was not contented yet, so he gave the female teacher the rod of destruction. After that day, the main character continued the training session of the female teacher. Then after a couple of sessions, the female teacher have finally accepted her role as the main character's servant. In the next scenario, it was a quiet afternoon. Then the pink-haired lady is playing with the table, and she turned the corner of the table into an iron Pegasus. However, these actions were caused by her body moving on its own. Of course, this phenomenon was caused by the main character. Then the pink-hair lady have no idea why she got an autopilot system. Eventually, the lucky table got hydrated with the crystal clear mineral water. The pink-hair lady looked at the door, and she saw the main character watching the live action. Then the main character entered this room, and he gets close to the pink-hair lady. The pink-hair lady started playing with the corner of the table again, and she keeps on wondering why she was doing cultured activity. Then the main character revealed his unholy powers to her, and he was proudly declaring that he was the legendary man of culture. The pink hair lady was asking for his purpose, but the main character did not tell his reason. Then he made the pink hair lady free her melons from the shackles of her underground equipment. The main character started the melon feeding program, and he was complimenting her for producing an excellent fruit. Then the pink hair lady lost her strength from the main character's attack. Her body moved again on its own, and it was flexing her underground cave. The main character showed his powerful legendary sword to her, and he used his weapon to tear apart the sacred seal of purity. Then he made the pink hair lady experience the clapping ritual. Eventually, the main character showered her with fresh milk for a healthier skin. After that, the main character went to his two servants to have some bonding moments with them, and they were looking forward to gain a new comrade. The next day, the main character and the pink hair lady were both in the library, and they were sitting closely to each other. Then the pink hair lady was giving the main character a helping hand using her colored white triangle sacred treasure. She was under the effect of his powers, but she was not resisting at all. Meanwhile, there was an approaching librarian. The pink hair lady wanted to cancel the cultural event. However, the main character ordered her to finish what she started. The librarian was now close by, and it was now a thrilling event. The pink hair lady speeds up the helping hand, and her colored white triangle sacred treasure catches the massive explosion. Then luckily, the librarian just passes by them without noticing the illegal library activities. Meanwhile, the pink hair lady was now getting her neuron activated from watching the fresh milkshake. In the next scenario, the main character made the pink hair lady wear a cultured maid uniform that is designed for exclusive personal servants. Then the main character installed a shaking device on her sewage tunnel. The main character leveled up her training session. So, he used another shaking device, and he installed it on her sacred sanctuary. The pink hair lady received the double trouble, so she immediately turned into a crystal clear mineral water dispenser. Then she was enjoying this kind of cultural play. Therefore, she was spraying the crystal clear mineral water again. The pink hair lady was now converted into a woman of culture, so the main character rewarded her with a clapping ritual. Then she was now a devoted servant, and she recognized the main character as her master. The two characters changed their battle orientation, and the pink hair lady was riding on the iron Pegasus to serve her master. Then eventually, the pink hair lady achieved the maximum limit, and she received the nutritious and fresh creamy milkshake. In addition, she was now a fan of his legendary sword. After that, the main character gathered all his servants in his condominium unit. Then it was now the time for a group activity. The first contender was the female teacher, and the main character was giving her the rod of destruction. Then she loves that the main character was giving her a creamy milkshake. The next one was the stepsister, and he was giving her the clapping ritual, and he completed the ceremony with a big bang explosion. Then the last one was the pink hair lady, and she received the pounding on her mochi cakes. The extreme sensation was awakening her natural instinct, so the main character and the pink hair lady reach an explosive finale. Then the main character was now living his dream of having beautiful servants. That's the end of this cultural anime recap. Moral lesson of the story: keep distance from people with the legendary haircut. Anyways, here is your forbidden sauce, and make sure that it's limited to the culturally matured people only, and thank you for watching.